All right, we are back again in a new video reaction. Today we are going to go through a video of one of our Afonjas like that. And before we go to the program, I would like to make this clear. We are not here to promote ethnic war or killing or hate or promoting criminality. Not at all. All I want you to do is to give me your ear so that before you judge, make sure you listen to what you have to say. We don't promote any ethnic bigotry or maybe nepotism, corruption. No, not at all. The reason why we do what we do is to bring to you the reality, the thing, the way it is, without adding anything, without subtracting anything, because if you do something good for one person, that person will be happy, and one thing deserves another, right? That's how they say it. We saw what happened there. Some of them may not see it. Maybe you have listened to or you have watched the video, okay, of what happened to this man in Ghana who bought acres of land. And we also know how some Ghanaians who trace their origin from Yoruba land, some of them, not all, have come up with this idea of attacking, Igbo people, because they felt that this is the best thing to do, hiding behind, camera and just to talk nonsense. And we know how the whole thing, appeared. We know what happened. We know why they did what they're doing. We know the secret behind it, because the hatred did not start yesterday. It had been there. Some Yorubas have vowed not to support anything or promote anything that has to do with Igbo people. We know that, and like I said, this is not the first time. In case if you don't know, listen to this.
Ritual money. After gaining their hearts, they now went and bought 50 acres of land. What next? To flood the terrorists. Before you know, Ghana will start experiencing what Nigeria is experiencing today. Before you know, Ghanaians cannot work in the night anymore. One sister said this thing just now. An Igbo guy go to Ghana, start videoing, making videos, claiming he is a content creator, start telling them that, oh, Ghana can work in the night, oh, Ghana can, white people can work in Ghana freely. Oh. He's trying to attract terrorists to Ghana. Before you know, the whole Igbo will flood Ghana.
Now, the guy talking is a Yoruba man, sneak into platform of Ghanaians where they were discussing way forward about the land that Igbo man bought, what is actually mean, like what exactly is that to Ghana, of what benefit. Some are promoting violence against Igbo, which that is xenophobia, trying to target Igbo people, Igbo race to, like what they did in South Africa. When you check what happened to Igbo people in South Africa, these Afonjas were behind it. And now they're doing the same thing in Ghana. Some of you like that follow the story may have something, maybe you already know the conclusive part of it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it did not start today. So the voice that you are hearing, like I told you, is Afonja. Remember, this is not about Yoruba people. It's about Afonja in their midst. Just like we have a Fulefu in our midst. So as an Igbo man, we have people called a Fulefu. A Fulefu are just example of Afonja. But some of them, have different, they have, a little bit differences in them, like Afonja. Promote beyond every reasonable reason, if there's anything like that. Like they want to promote their own. They want to make sure that the Yoruba people are excellent. They don't care about they don't care about what you feel, how you feel. It's all about Yoruba. You understand? Whereas a Fulefu is to suppress their own to promote an outsider. You see, that's why I said their job is not good. They are all betrayers and hypocrites. But this one is against their own people. The other one is in support of their own people. But both of them are crossing boundary. They are like Afonja. They can say anything to make sure that they promote Yoruba people. To me, it's not even as if they love Yoruba people, because no man live in isolation. Yoruba cannot live in isolation. They have to communicate, interact with other people. For them to promote, whether they are in Nigeria or they are outside Nigeria, for them to have that kind of economic viability, they have to bring other people from other tribe or even non-Nigerians to promote, to invest, to be in that space. That is what it is. You can't develop your state, your lands, you alone. It doesn't work that way. It has never worked that way. Now, the man that appeared on their platform, this Ghanaian platform, promoting violence, telling them reasons why they need to attack Igbo people, okay, have not even seen their own people outside the Yoruba people. They don't care. But it's all about Igbo. That is why I said envy and jealousy is what is holding them back. Listen to him.
Start doing all sorts of nonsense. They say they are Biafrans, but when you catch them, that we are Nigerians, you understand? You see how they are. Let me tell you how the Igbos operate so that you will know. An Igbo man will come to this platform right now or walk up to you face to face and tell you, oh, we are not aware that this man is claiming to be king in Ghana. Oh, we are not. He is a liar. The Igbos, they have groups where they discuss everything they do. Do you know this thing that is going on in Ghana? Majority of the politicians in Nigeria are funding it. They are aware of it.
Live from pit of hell, but let's continue.
You see the reason why we don't want to vote for
no, sorry to say, you believe that former governor of Imo State came to visit this man.
So it's not just one person. They're in group. They flooded this platform to promote this, xenophobia, hatred, lies, nothing more, just to showcase their hatred. Afonjas they don't sleep. Now listen.
Kosha.
Okay, good. You see him?
Former governor of the state came to visit this man in Ghana. What is their motive?
Hold on, Josh. See, Ghanaians, there is no Igbo, big or small, that is different. They are all acting like, ships. Ships, when you are leading ships, they go to one direction. Mm-hmm. That's how the Igbos are. Both big and small. Both the ones abroad, they are sponsoring. If, there's one of my friends called Ikwere, I would like to bring him to this platform. We'll try to put him on big screen. He will show you a lot of things. Do you know that the Igbos went to import guns to bring to Nigeria to empower their terrorist group? You see the reason why they don't like Buhari?
Igbo people don't have any terrorist group. You understand? Go and check your history. There's no terrorist group in Igbo land, not even in the past, not in the present, and it can never be in the future. We are Republican in nature. We don't follow. You said Igbo follow people sheepishly, like they follow people like sheep. I thought they said Yoruba people are educated. Is this part of the education? I thought, because I don't mean any insult, to be honest with you. I'm actually stating the fact. We often hear that Yorubas are intelligent, they are educated, more than any other tribe. But picking random people like this, I have a very smart, intelligent Yoruba people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Yorubas are illiterate. No. I have friends who are Yorubas. Very, very intelligent, very, very calculative. Some of them are watching this platform. But in terms of reasoning and being sincere, they are up there. But that's why I have to separate them from Afonja. Like we separate a slave from Igbo people or Biafrans. A slave is a different species. And that's what Yorubas are. They have. But the problem is that they have their own in quantum. Yes, man. A slave in Igbo land may not make up a village. But a slave, Afonja in Yoruba land may make up to 3 or 5 communities. That is gospel truth. That's why in every gathering of Yoruba, 50 Yorubas, you put a handful of a slave in them. That's just gospel truth. Does it mean that Yorubas are illiterate and they are not dedicated? No. Okay? Now, this guy claiming that they import gun to support their own, to support this and support that, is a lack of bit of help because Igbos don't have any terrorist group. Even federal government tried to level them because they've been looking for a way. These are because they are in power. Yorubas and Fulanis are the one in power. Not even Hausas. Hausas are just, major hero Kenya. people that the Fulani used to make up their numbers to advance their, their political gain. The same thing with the Afonjas. Afonjas don't care. As long as they one Yoruba man is in power, they're okay. Remember I told you, their own is to promote their own people, to promote what they want, to promote what they feel that is good for them, not for you. So if you think that they're going to love you or be with you, you're lying from pit of hell. So, like I said, just hear him. I don't want it to be too long, so I will make. In fact, I'm gonna bring it in 2 parts. I'll bring it in 2 parts because I want you to hear this one very, very, very well. There's another video that we're also going to analyze, and that one is a Yoruba man again talking down on Igbo people to elevate themselves. And that one is laughable though, but hear this one.
Buhari dealt with them badly. He dealt to empower their terrorist group. You see the reason why they don't like Buhari, because Buhari dealt with them badly. He dealt with them, the terrorist group. They are in Igbo land. There are some communities in Igbo land that you cannot go to. They have unalived so many people in that community. That's why you see them running to Ghana. This thing Ghanaians are doing is very...
Buhari dealt with Igbo people and then what? So how is Buhari's community today? Where is Buhari now? Even Yorubas that he did not deal with, what is your gain? Your brother now is the president. Go and check the record of people who buy themselves. Since they dealt with him, go and check the communities and town that hunger protests took place. You don't count those ones. But you have ear and eyes and memory to remember how Buhari dealt with, and so on. Yeah, he dealt with Igbo people. I can assure you that I agree with you. Then what? Then what? You can't suppress God's people. I know it is very painful to accept, but just have it in mind. You don't have choice. You can do and don't do. You can say whatever you want to say, but the truth remains the same. For you to open your mouth and say the Igbos promoting their terrorists, who is terrorist here? Who is terrorist? You don't talk about Fulanis and buying people. Yoruba woman was preaching in Abuja. Who feared the woman? Is it Igbo people? Who is now occupying your farmland? Is it Igbo people? Who is in control of what is the name of this? I always forget this name of this state. In that state that Fulani have taken over from them now. Kwara State. Who is in control of Kwara State? Do you have any Yoruba town or city or state that are occupied by Igbo people? Totally occupied and they put their own king that even government recognize? Not at all. You guys are just like somebody who went out, somebody beat your father mercilessly, and outside somebody who is from outside beat your father. Oh no, not beat you. Let me put it well. You have been beat up. Somebody beat you very, very well. Beat your hands down outside. Give you a lot of injury, blood all over your body. You came back house, begin to beat your siblings. That's what you guys are doing, because southern part of Nigeria, which comprises of Yorubas and Igbos and other ethnic groups, all of you guys are very, very foolish. Fulani and Hanotanas manage their own ethnic group and their own region, and they use them to disturb you. People like this guy and some Afonjas will turn around instead of them to confront Fulani because they are afraid of Fulani. Very, very well. They are afraid of them. Only few. And that's why if you like, join hand with Fulani like you guys have been doing, Afonjas, you can conquer Igbo land. Yes, I am not bragging. It's just in case if you don't know. No matter how you try, no matter whether you are going to buy some people, yes, but you cannot claim it like this Fulani claiming Kwara State today. You can't claim Imo State. You can't claim Abia. You cannot claim Enugu State. You can't claim Igbo State. You can't claim Anambra State. You cannot even claim any other Igbo-speaking city town like the one in Delta, in Asaba. You can't claim the one even in Benin. You can't claim the one in Benue State. It's a matter of time. But can you be to I said something? You guys are still hell-bent with religion and politics. That we are you are struggling because you have managed to deceive some of our gullible people who want to be governed by fire by force, want to be senated by fire by force. You have done all you can to drag them to your side, and you have succeeded. But like I said, it's a matter of time. We don't promote war. We actually want you to strive to live Yorubas in peace. I'm not here to promote like some Yorubas, some Igbo people who want to claim that Lagos, is for all. I'm not in support of that. There's something like that. Yoruba belong to Lagos. They belong to Yorubas. Billy claimed that this is their ancestral home, that you guys conquered them and took Lagos State. So I'm not here to defend Bini. They have a lot of broadcasters. Let them come out and defend themselves. I don't have that history. But you see, any Igbo now, leave that for us. And any Igbo man in Lagos State that bought land and built house, and you guys have used Nigerian government to turn against them, it is wrong. But in this era, anybody that after watching some videos on social media and choose to buy land in Lagos State to build anything, whatever you want to build, I don't feel pity when if they demolish your house, if they would try to collapse that house on you, I cannot blame them, because we should blame your foolishness, because only a tree, we hear that they're going to cut him down and he stand there, he still stand there. Even animals, like bird, if you want to catch bird, you have to catch it, moving quietly. If you make noise, the bird will fly away. To stop you from capturing him or her. The bird knows when threat is coming to him. So everything that is going on now, that happened in the past, is condemnable. But anybody that choose to buy land and build house now, since they captured Masamuna, and you think that Lagos State is a place to be and all that, if they collapse your house or even your shop or you, honestly, I cannot blame them, because we should blame your stupidity. You should learn from what happened to other people. If they refuse to learn, it's up to you. Now, so Afonjas, don't sleep. The only thing the only negative thing from Afonjas to Yoruba people is that they ignore their problem to focus on another thing, and that is why they are somehow dragging Yoruba nation down, because their focus is something. People that are not even their problem. Now listen.
It's paining me. It's making me angry. That's why you see South Africa. I love South Africa people so much. Ghanaians are coming online to talk about this for what? If it's South Africa people, they will take action straight.
In Ania, did you hear that? Because he loves South Africa so much. Because when they preach to South Africa to buy Igbo people, when they said those things, South Africa, who do have nothing in their skulls, begin to buy their own African brothers to prove a point to Yorubas. Are you getting the point? The number of the people that South Africa buyed in Cape Town and other cities in South Africa outnumber those that Yoruba have buyed in their own land against Igbo people. Meaning that Yorubas are deceiving using your brain. Ask them how many Igbo people are they buying in Yoruba land. They do buy, but not as terrible as what we witnessed in South Africa. And here he's here promoting. He loves South Africa. So he did not like South Africa because of the economic growth. He did not love South Africa because of the education system. He did not like South Africa because of the development or because of the technical know-how, because of what they can manufacture, what they produce. But the love that he has for South Africa is because they are buying Igbo people. And he says Ghanaians, that's why he loved South Africans. That if it were South Africans, they would have started taking action by now. So that is in short form, begging Ghanaians to begin to buy Igbo so that he can feel comfortable in his house. Then, since you hate Igbo people to this extent, why don't you use your platform to say, go away, leave us, we don't need you here? You see the criminality in them? You see the criminality in them. So I just want, like I said, this is part one. We're going to come up with the part two. But before then, please, this me encouraging you to like the video, subscribe to the channel.
You understand? Why come online to discuss what we do? Take action straight. Why should they allow such thing to happen in your country? For what reason? Somebody who is not indigenous of your country, you are not from a royal family in Nigeria. Your father is not a king. You don't have a royal blood. You just went to a country, a peaceful country in Africa, to buy 50. If you see this, if you should investigate deep now, you see that majority of this money that came for this land were donated by the big men, the Igbo elites. They made this donation so that they will expand it.
When Master Magano told you that the problem of Africans is in their brain, this is a typical example of that. This is one of the example of that. The problem of Africans is in their brain. Did you hear what this guy said? Did you hear what he said here? That majority of the money came from prominent Igbo men and women. They donated this money and all that. Did he said the majority of the youth that fought Ghanaian to grab their land is from one part of Igbo or not? The money. You don't blame the Ghanaian who actually opened their hands to collect the money and sold the land in confidence. And what the man have done or doing to Ghanaians, poorest people in Ghana. Ghana is really his artisan in Ghana. He's performing well. Ghanaians that are benefiting from him are so many. Ask this Afonjas. What have you done to Ghanaians apart from pushing them to go to buy, to do this, to do that? The thing is that one thing you need to understand that immediately you start attacking Igbo people like that, you are attacking your destiny. Go and check the history of people that have done that, how they end up. They keep on, God will give them something, keep them busy. Yoruba, since you started with Afonjas, since you started hating Igbo people and others, have you developed another town? Like you often hear Lagos. How many states makes up Yoruba land? It's up to 7 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. Or even 8, I don't know. But it's more than the one we have in Southeast because they are the second-class citizens and we are fourth-class citizens of Nigeria. So they give them states for fun. Now, and they claim that Igbo land is too small, but you are carving how many? No other tribe having carved that they carved their people to make up another city, another state. Only Igbo. And they turn around and tell you are taught in a circle. Criminal from day one. From the building of the country Nigeria to the finishing is faulty. Yorubas, there's no community in Yoruba that have come to any country in Nasarawa state. All right? The one that made Kogi is to make up this Kogi people that are minority there to come, a state. You say Yorubas are part of the Yoruba community is part of Kogi state. Yes, but Igbo is also there. So there's nothing you can tell me about that one. In Yoruba land, they conquer another minority group in their region and force their language and culture on them. That's just a fact. Go and read your history. And you are here telling me how Igbos are this, not in a circle. They don't have anything. They don't have what you're afraid of them. You don't want to be with them, you can't let them go. Then what that makes you what? That makes you what? Listen.
They are terrorist group into Ghana. They can't try this in Benin Republic. They can't try it in Togo because those French people, they don't take shit. They deal with them squarely. It's because Ghanaians are peaceful people, and the president of Ghana and president of Nigeria, they are like siblings. They just laugh and joke over things. This is a serious matter that you don't need to wait for government. Let the people of Ghana start protesting now. They must stop this nonsense. Otherwise, your country, in years to come, you start experiencing what we are experiencing in Nigeria. These people are terrorists.
I see that happen. Yeah.
Imagine ignoring Fulani terrorists and focus on the Igbo that they are terrorists. Just imagine that. And this is people that you want to be in the same country with. Like, seriously? You want to be in the same country with Fulanis and these Afonjas? Come on, let us be honest. Anyway, my people, tell me what they think about it. God bless you. Make sure you like the video. Like I told you, we are coming back for another video that has to do with the bigotry and senseless Afonjas. Not Yoruba as a nation. No. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Focus on the people, call it what it is. I know they don't write, they don't have any label. But when they talk, you know where they belong. God bless you.